CMV, there's no shortage of oil anymore. The oil companies are intentionally keeping prices high to boost their own profits regardless of whether it affects the supply chain. Deleted. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Gas prices in my area are the lowest they've been since Russia invaded Ukraine. Also, you just rant here without any sort of evidence to support you other than capital letters. What is your evidence for this conspiracy? So when gas prices were coming down a couple months ago, oil companies stopped being greedy? Your entire post reads like a rant by a 10-year-old. Greater than they've had more than enough time to fix their shortages. You might want to read up on how long it takes to get new production started. First off, you say, there's no way there's a shortage, but never go on to explain how you have this information. You just blindly assert it as fact several times without once justifying it. My man has never heard of OPEC. So if there was such a big surplus, why doesn't any company try to bring down the prices slightly so that they can get a competitive advantage and sell more oil? Also, it would be great to see some of the stats that you're basing this idea off of. You do realize one of the biggest oil providers in the world is being sanctioned into the ground right now, as well as has geopolitical allies also threatening to shut off the tap, right? That has big consequences. But greater than they just want to keep prices high and gloat at our suffering of higher prices for everything. Higher prices on fossil fuels is driving an insane expansion of renewables that will end their businesses entirely. They definitely don't want to keep prices high. They want to keep making money. Also note that high gas prices are a good thing if you're a human being who likes to breathe air. What high prices are you talking about? Oil prices are already down to where they were in January. Are you talking about a longer-term shortage than the one that happened this year? Most of the cost came from a lack of long-time investment. With the oil industry not looking as bright as it used to, a lot of people pulled their money out, and the money left in is being used safely. How come they didn't keep their prices high during Trump? Pretty sure oil companies have no control of the price of oil. In California, the problem is specialized refinery capacity. I think the world as we know it is soon for an end. Stop buying oil and the companies will lower the prices immediately. OPEC is literally a cartel that controls production. OPEC was founded in 1960. Nah, I'm sure those record profits are totally unrelated 100%. Removed. Actually, there's a theory that Saudi Arabia has faked their reserves and don't have 30 to 50 years of oil. They have only 9. Meaning in 9 years their output will begin to decrease. Probably sharply. Europe and United States have hostile policies for oil in favor of the green agenda. Why do you think we paid $2 per gallon when Trump was in office, and now paying $5 per gram under Biden? It has nothing to do with oil companies, it has everything to do with Biden's energy policy. Yes, they are keeping prices high just to make Biden look bad. I just don't know why they didn't raise prices when their buddy Trump was in power. It's almost like Biden did something different than Trump with oil production. Yeah, they should just drill for more oil and refine more. Biden admin is not giving out new exploration leases on federal lands, and various green policies are restricting the building and operation of new refineries, but it is really just the oil companies being greedy. There's enough oil in the Texas Panhandle to fuel the U.S. for the next 200 years. There was never a shortage. It's about driving prices. There has never been a shortage of oil. Ever. I cannot change your view for something that is factually true. I think oil companies and other corporations also have political reasons for keeping prices high. Knowing that it makes the public more likely to vote for the GOP and its tax cuts, deregulation. Fuck that, nationalize oil and add it under Homeland Security or the Department of Energy. It's illegal to collude on prices. Gather evidence and submit to your National Competition and Consumer Protection Agency. I don't really know too much about oil companies, and US is not really consumer friendly, so you may be out of luck anyways. Greedflation. CMV. Not only does it give them record profit, but it also creates a situation where Americans will elect people who will support OPEC and their agenda. You know, the party that loves Trump. Oil prices are dictated by a cartel. Just came from working in Colorado. Gas is around $3 to under $4. Came back to California. Gas is $6 to $7. I wonder if being the most populous state with a basic ass transit system has anything to do with keeping the prices higher there. There's a Planet Money episode on this, and basically it's just right place, right time. They are making killer profits, but it's not like one company is causing it. It's just supply and demand. I mean, this is technically true, just objectively. There are plenty of companies owned by the governments of OPEC nations. They literally do influence the price of oil. They know their reign won't last, so they are using their cartel structure to sell the little they have left at the maximum price. Increasing prices reduces demand, less people willing to pay high prices, and thus ensures whatever amount being produced is consumed and there's no shortage. The demand for oil carries with the price, and shortages only occur when supply is less than demand. That's fine, it'll force people to have to rely on natural resources. Do. Replace oil with liquid hydrogen. No shortages, just create more. Their record profits speak for themselves. So if America doesn't have enough oil because Saudi Arabia stopped pumping as much gas, America is supposed to be considered in a surplus? Are you an expert in the upstream oil production process? Sounds like a rant you'd hear at a bar at 2 in the afternoon.